Hey everyone, how are you? Shawn here. In today's video I have for you, I'm going to show you how to install a diaphragm kit in one of these older style Vacu-Jet carburetors and tanks. You'll find these on your 3-horse and 3.5-horse Briggs Stratton engines from the early 80s and late 70s. This particular one here is from a run we did on a Western Auto Wizard. And I had to go through and restore the gas tank on this. This had some rust in it. I have a process I go through and how I restore these gas tanks and put a gas tank sealer in here. If you're curious in checking that out, I'll put a link up at the end of this video. So without further ado, these carburetors are fairly easy to work on and clean and put the kit in. I'll come get you guys and show you what these look like. So this is going to be the assembly part. There's this 5 screws that hold these on, and they come out of the tank like so. And they got a spring like this. I can just take and put this down inside. That sits in there. This is your kit that it comes with. This is an old Briggs & Stratton number. 299637 is your Briggs diaphragm kit. And this is what your diaphragm looks like. It comes with a choke rod that goes in the top of the carburetor. And it even comes with, well, if you got the old Briggs kit, it's got instruction on how to put this in step by step. Not complicated. So first things first, I'm going to continue to disassemble this. We got this cover that goes on that your diaphragm choke rod goes up through on this. So we'll go ahead and get this carburetor apart real quick and get this in the ultrasonic cleaner and get it cleaned up good before we install this on our tank. So what we'll do first is just going to take this little cover off. And when I pull this off inside, you'll see that choke rod. See how it comes up inside and hooks onto this choke plate like this. And it works just like that. So we're just going to take and pop that out. And your gasket will come off here like so. Pull that rod out. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to take this needle jet out of here. I'm not worried about counting turns, as I know some will say, so you know where it's at. Post adjustment on these when you assemble these carburetors is 1.5 turns out. Just like that. That way I can get that all nice and clean inside there. So I'll go ahead and pull this out. Pull our dust cover and O-ring. And we'll throw this in our ultrasonic tank. All right, I'll see you guys in 20 minutes. All right, I'm back. I got my Vacu-Jet carburetor all cleaned up here from the ultrasonic cleaner. No, ultrasonic cleaners are nice to have for doing carburetor work. If you're curious about these and maybe would like to acquire for yourself, I will post a couple links in my description on the same size ultrasonic cleaners that I have here in my shop if you would like to check out for yourself. So now I'll bring you over here and we can start putting this back together and putting it on the tank. And go ahead and install our screw just like so. I'll go ahead and run this all the way down in there until it bottoms out. You don't want to turn this real hard when it bottoms out, just till it stops and you're good. They are kind of long-winded, just a heads up. Okay, it stopped, so I'm going to go out a turn and a half. Half turn, 1 turn and a half. And these will start right up with that type of fuel mixture for your initial post adjustment, and you'll have to adjust accordingly once the engine is fired. Now, what we got to do is we got to take and install our diaphragm itself. So very carefully slide your diaphragm up through that hole and hook it into your choke plate just like that. Be patient with this. Do not force anything. That is something you definitely don't want to do here. We'll take and install our cover plate just like that. Your screw. And being we're inside plastic here, just run it down till it stops. Just like that. And just kind of make sure your rod's checking. You can just very carefully pull on the bottom of your little snub here. See, it's opening and closing like it's supposed to. Now we take and line our gasket up just like that. All right, now that you're 100% positive you got this straight. So when you set this down on your tank, you got to put it in so your spring sits right there on the bottom of this diaphragm. So go ahead, if I don't throw it away, put it down there in that cavity. Now we just got to carefully set this down inside the tank. Just like so. Eye up that spring, there we go. Sometimes it helps if you got like a little taper punch to help line up your holes. And then we take our screws and we can get one of these started. I'll come over on the back side, get that lined up. Once I got 2 started, then I can put the other 3 in. I'll make a note too on some of these Vacu-Jets. Some of them had 6 bolts that held it down, and what you got to be careful when you take them off. I'll give you a tip is it's a good idea to pull that cover off first and look and see if there is a bolt inside there for that 6th bolt. Otherwise you can snap that. Not very many of them had that though, so fortunately, so I think Briggs got away from that because people were breaking their carburetors off. And they got tired of doing warranty work. That's probably not what happened, but I thought it was a funny joke. Now just very carefully take and tighten your 5 screws down like this. Do not over tighten these screws. Okay, then once you get them all snug, then go into stagger and pattern. Just like this and this. Put a final snug on them. Just like this. Like that. Make sure your choke diaphragm is working okay and not binding up. And as you can see, it is. We can put our O-ring back inside. and our dust cover. And this cover here, there's like a little heat stove inside there. This just goes on like that. And there we have it. That's all there is to it on these Vacu-Jet tank mount carburetors. As you can see, a fairly simple job to do. Hopefully I helped you out. If you got one of these carburetors and you're wondering what's involved in putting one of these diaphragms on, nothing to it. But hey, if you're enjoying this kind of content, please consider leaving a like or maybe subscribing. We've got plenty of other videos out there, different things we do here on Shaw's Garage. Until next time, I'm Shawn Parmley, and we'll see you in our next video. Take care, everyone.